Happy birthday, Espressive!
My wall! As of around 1 to 3 a.m. in the morning on November 17th, 2024, today, it has been officially 1 year since I started the channel. You heard me. Somehow, I have been doing this for a year straight, and still kept my sanity. Genuinely, I am amazed that I managed to stick with this for as long as I have. Usually when it comes to commitments to passion projects or whatnot, I have a tendency to drop them after a good month or two once the hyperfixation well has run dry. This is probably the first big hobby that I've managed to keep. I'm certainly glad that I did, because it's turned out to be moderately successful over the past 365. I just want to thank all of you for giving me a chance and in turn letting me be able to do this. Y'all's support and very nice comments on my video essays have continued to give me the drive and energy necessary to make more ramblings about the things I love. The support I get even to this day manages to surprise me. The crawl video reaching 11k views was certainly a shocker. Whether you've reached out by comment, email, or even just watching the video, from the bottom of my heart, thanks for giving me a chance. Now that we've gotten through the thanking part of the video, you're probably wondering what the rest of this video runtime will include. Since it's been a year of improvement, I thought I'd talk about what my plans for the future of this channel are with all of you. We'll go by sections pertaining to each aspect I have new plans for, which you can see the bookmarks for on the progress bar. Let's start off with our first category. Going forward, I want live streams to have something appealing for everyone visiting them. One part that will be similar is that I'll be playing a variety of game genres and types. Since the video essays stick to horror games and media, I want streams to be an outlet for every other type of game I, and potentially you, enjoy. You name it, I'll probably play it. Except for one game, but we don't talk about that. My biggest change when it comes to streams is that I'll try to dedicate a little more of them to the channel's returning viewer base. What do I mean by this? Well, I'm going to start a new series of streams that will be targeted for the horror part of the cafe. That being, analog horror watch parties. Every couple of weeks, I'll set aside a weekend day to fire up an analog horror series to watch with all of you, along with discussions and analysis pertaining to what we're watching. I feel that this will be a really positive way to interact with some of y'all just a little more, along with another way to share some really healthy analysis and thoughts. Last thing on live streams, down in this video's description, I've set up a Google form for everyone to fill out so I can know exactly what people want for the streams. It'll be 3 simple questions about what games you want to see, what analog horror series you want to see, and what you're looking for in my streams. If you have time, please go fill it out, it would mean a lot. With that, on to our next category. For a while, I stopped doing shorts. Because I forgot. But that all changes today. Like before, I'm going to upload a mixture of the expressive shots and stream clips. This go around, I want to try to upload them at a higher frequency and more often. My personal goal, I want to try and release at least 1 short every 2 weeks. Hopefully I can commit to that. I'll start this release schedule in probably a couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. Now on to our final topic for the evening. Now I can't speak for future Espressive and his ever-changing ideas, but I have a good plan for how videos will be going forward. For starters, I want to try out longer video essay ideas. While I don't want to spoil exactly what my main idea is, just know that I'm going to try and release deeper horror game analysis with longer runtimes every so often. I'll let you in on a little secret, one of those videos is set to arrive in a couple of months down the road. I'm just as excited as you are. Hypothetically, of course, if you don't care then I understand. For video topics, I also want to experiment with broadening my horizon a bit more. It's still going to be primarily horror media, that's just what I'm into, but I'll try and release some curveballs here and there. If I were to give an example of what I mean by that, think of the Lethal Company concept collection video, only more detailed and way higher quality in terms of editing and how the mic sounds. And I also just want to attempt to venture out to non-horror centric videos in general to add the right amount of spice to the brew. Okay, I'll stop with the coffee puns. I'm going to continue to try out interesting ideas under the horror parameters as well. I've mostly talked about horror games in the past, but I'd like to cover more horror media outside of that, such as movies, TV shows, and web series. A lot of you probably don't know this, but I'm actually a huge fan of the Scream series. Maybe that'll be a video topic included in this broadened horizon. Funny that I mentioned covering horror TV series, because my next video actually will be considered that. In the coming weeks, I have a video essay planned talking about a recent psychological TV series that I found to be both intriguing and partially disturbing. To give an estimate, I'll be delivering it in 2 to 3 weeks. Lastly, if you have any video essay ideas you want me to cover, or just recommend horror media for me to check out, let me know in the comments. I love taking suggestions from y'all, so don't feel shy and suggest away. I check my comments pretty regularly, so most likely I'll see your comments. There's all my plans for the future. I've been silently planning these out in my head for quite some time. This seems like the perfect day to share what I had simmering in there. I feel the need to say it again, but thank you to everyone. I never in my wildest dreams imagined we'd be close to half of 1,000 subs by this time last year. Y'all continue to surprise me. Your support means the world to me, and I only want to give you all quality content in return. I'm ecstatic to see what this next year has in store. Well, that's all from me. Happy 1-year anniversary, everyone. Until next time, cheers!